People don't know how much they can spend. So let's talk about that. We have an example here. And if this is your situation, let's say you've got $400,000 in retirement and you're wondering, what the heck can I spend? So the withdrawal rate on that is, we were saying 4%. Now that's not a guarantee, that's just a starting point as to what you probably can withdraw for retirement and be okay. 4% of $400,000, that's $16,000. Doesn't seem like a lot, but then you get to add your Social Security, your pensions, whatever it may be. I got $40,000 there. So in this example, your number is $56,000. If you're used to spending $80,000, well, you're not going to be able to do the same thing in retirement. What you can do, if you don't want to cut your retirement spending, is you can work longer, you can have a part-time job, you can downsize, Joe. There's a lot of ways to go, but it's you might have to do some planning.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people, I think, don't know what they're spending. So this is just a quick exercise to take a look. Hey, this is what you got. This is what is going to come in. Can you live off of that? If so, you're good. If not, then you got some work to do. But one of the biggest risks, or one of the biggest hooks, left hooks, right hooks, that will knock you out is sequence of return risk. And what the heck is that? Is that we can average a certain rate of return on our investments. When you start taking distributions, start pulling money out for income, average rate of return means nothing. It's the sequence of the return that hits your account that means everything. Because if I'm pulling money out when the market is down, right, so I'm taking distributions, well, it's going to take me that much further to get caught back up. And so if I have a really good bull market and when I start retirement, that's the best case scenario. But we never know what's going to happen to the market each year. That's why you have to have a plan. And most people really don't understand sequence of return risk. They understand, well, if I average 6%, I'll be okay. But we've seen cases where people average 6%, let's say couple A, they have millions at the end. Couple B, they're broke, and they had the same money to start with. It all depends on how the market hits them.
Yeah, and let me show Joe an example to help illustrate. So here, this is two different couples. Maybe they average 7.5% rate of return, but look what happens for the first one. So they lost 10% the first year, 5% the second year, break even, and then for the next 25 years or so, then they're 7.5%. Now, the other one started at that rate, but they got the lower rates at the back end. And now, if you want to see what happens graphically, they're spending the same exact amount. The first one, portfolio goes down and they run out of money in year 21. The second one, they got all the way to age 30 years and they still got money. They still have money. So the point is, when you lose money up front, it's much more risk on your portfolio. One of the things that you can do is to have enough of a safe portfolio so that market does decline, you won't be caught short. Another thing, Joe, is what they call flexible spending. In other words, you can, if you have a bad market, you may want to just spend a little bit less in those years.
Well said, bud.